A small business owner opens her laptop at 7 in the morning. She has 43 unread messages, 3 proposals due, and 1 overworked assistant. By 9, an AI agent has drafted 2 of those proposals. It pulled her past work, matched her tone, and flagged the gaps for review. That is not a future scenario anymore. Meta's Mark Zuckerberg just publicly detailed his vision for personal AI superintelligence. He described AI that knows you, works for you, and coordinates other agents on your behalf. And the company says this is the direction Meta's entire AI product strategy is now moving. And the tools arriving right now are the first real building blocks of that vision. Understanding what is actually available today matters more than waiting for what is promised. Claude Opus 5 launched recently, and Anthropic's official announcement describes it as their most capable reasoning model yet. The company says it handles extended multi-step tasks with significantly improved accuracy. Early professional users report it manages complex document analysis far better than previous versions. That means fewer corrections, fewer loops, and faster final output. Claude can hold context across long conversations, which changes how research and writing projects feel. You're not re-explaining your situation every session anymore. The model builds on what it already knows about your project. For freelancers, that is the difference between a tool and something resembling a working collaborator. Meta released Muse Spark 1.1 earlier this month, described officially as an agent that coordinates sub-agents. That means a single instruction can trigger a chain of connected AI tasks. You ask the agent to research a market and prepare a report. It delegates research to one tool, formatting to another, and returns a finished document. The company says this kind of orchestration was previously available only inside large enterprise deployments. Muse Spark 1.1 is now accessible to ordinary users through Meta's AI platforms. Independent evidence on real-world reliability across complex tasks remains limited and worth watching carefully. But the direction is clear, and the capability is genuinely new at this price point. Zuckerberg's published strategy goes further than any single product launch. He described personal AI that behaves like a brilliant expert friend who knows your full context. The company says it is building toward AI that works continuously in the background. That is different from a chatbot you open when you remember to use it. It is closer to a system that monitors, prioritizes, and acts on your behalf. That vision is not available today in finished form, and the company acknowledges ongoing development. But the products shipping right now are moving toward exactly that operating model. Professionals who start learning agent workflows today will have a real head start. Here's where the practical opportunity becomes concrete and worth explaining carefully. Think about a marketing consultant managing 5 clients at once. Each client wants weekly performance summaries, content ideas, and competitive research. Today, that work consumes roughly half the consultant's available time every week. Claude Opus 5 can handle the research and first draft writing across all 5 accounts. Muse Spark can coordinate the sequence of tasks so they run in the right order. n8n, the open workflow automation platform, connects the data sources and delivers outputs to the right places. The consultant reviews, adjusts, and sends, spending maybe a quarter of the previous time. That is not replacing the consultant's judgment. It is removing the mechanical portion of the job, so judgment gets more space. n8n is worth explaining separately because it sits quietly at the center of many of these workflows. It is an automation platform that connects AI models to the tools professionals already use daily. You can build a workflow that pulls new client emails into Claude for summarization. The summaries route automatically to a Notion workspace, organized by client and project. A Google Sheets log updates simultaneously so nothing disappears into an inbox. n8n offers self-hosted and cloud versions with free and paid access tiers available. Verify current pricing and access details directly on the n8n website before committing. The key point is that n8n acts as the connective layer between AI intelligence and real business operations. Notion deserves a mention because it is where a lot of this output becomes usable. Claude drafts n8n routes, and Notion stores everything in a searchable, shareable structure. A small agency could run client deliverables, internal research, and project timelines from one organized workspace. The AI is doing the generating, but Notion makes the output findable and functional. That combination, Claude plus n8n plus Notion, is a serious productivity stack available right now. None of these tools require a developer to set up at a basic level. Beginners should expect a real learning curve before workflows run reliably without supervision. Plan for testing time, expect some errors early, and build simpler workflows before complex ones. The business opportunity this creates is not theoretical, but it requires honest framing. Companies and professionals are actively looking for people who can build and manage these agent workflows. That is a skill gap, not just a technology gap. Someone who can design a Claude plus n8n workflow that handles client reporting has a sellable service. The client is not buying software, they're buying a working system that saves their team time. Freelancers in writing, marketing, operations, and research are particularly well positioned to offer this. No income figure is guaranteed, and building a client base takes real time and relationship work. But the demand for AI workflow builders is a current reality, not a future projection. The limitations here deserve the same attention as the opportunities. Agent systems that coordinate multiple AI tools introduce new failure points compared to single tool use. If one part of the chain produces a wrong output, downstream tasks can amplify that error. Human review at key checkpoints is not optional. It is what makes the whole system trustworthy. Claude, despite Anthropic's claims of improved accuracy, still makes reasoning errors on complex tasks. Muse Spark's multi-agent coordination is new enough that edge cases are still being discovered. Zuckerberg's broader vision for persistent personal AI raises real questions about data privacy and dependency. Those questions are not resolved, and they deserve serious attention before anyone hands an agent sensitive business information. What Zuckerberg described this week is a genuine strategic direction, not a single product announcement. The companies building these platforms are converging on the same core idea simultaneously. AI that knows your context, coordinates other tools, and operates with minimal prompting for each task. The professionals who will benefit most are those who combine human expertise with agent management skills. Not because AI replaces expertise, but because expertise delivered faster through AI creates more value. The question worth sitting with is this: which part of your current work is mechanical enough that an agent could handle the first version? If you found this genuinely useful, subscribing keeps more of this analysis coming your way. The next development to watch is how these agent platforms handle long-running autonomous tasks. That is where the real capability gap between marketing claims and practical reliability will become visible. Pay attention to what real users report over the next few months before building critical workflows on any single platform. The tools are real, the opportunity is real, and so is the work required to use them well.